Checking values in lists with if-else statements. It's important to know how to check for an element, if is it in the list or not, because if you build a game or a website, you need to check for the username if it exists in your server or not. Note, we will use the keyword in within the if-else statements to check for the name if it's in the list or not. Let's see how. First, go to brackets. So pretend that you got a list called my list. Inside this list, you had elements of John, Nancy, Mia. So now, to check if John username is in the list, we can use if-else statements, such as if John with quotation marks in my list colon, then print yes if it's in the list, else colon, then print no it's not in the list. After that, try that on terminal. Very good, works well. It shows that John is in the list. We also can add an element in the condition to check if it's in the list, such as and Nancy within quotation marks in my list. Cool, it says Nancy is in the list also. Okay, that's everything for now. Thank you very much. Checking values not in lists with if-else statements. Checking if not in a list. To check if an element is not in the list, you need to use the keyword not and in within the if-else statements. Let's see how. Okay, first go to brackets. As we did in the previous lecture, we have the same list, my list, with its elements. So now, let's make a new way to check the elements, such as to create a variable called name and assign it with a string mark. Then use if-else statements such as if name not in my list, colon. Then print name dot lower member function plus string space plus string it's not in the list. Lower member function is not required of you to do it, but it makes your code nice. Then type else colon, print it's in the list. Then try that in the terminal. Very good. As you can see, Mark is not in the list. So it's possible to create a variable and check if the contents of the variable are in the list or not. So now you need to try your own code on your computer. Thank you very much. If-elif else statements. If-elif else statements. Sometimes you need to write more than one if-else statements to check your conditions. So we can use if-elif and else statements to do that. Let's see how. First we go to brackets. So now we will create a full program to check if you are eligible for bank loans or not using if-elif else statements. Okay, now we want to create a variable such as salary, and I will assign it with int. Int means integer, and it takes only whole numbers. So type input parenthesis string of how much is your salary \n means new line in terminal. Then we use if salary greater than 1000 colon and create a variable called amount and assign it with 200 and print a string you are eligible to get a bank loan by paying, comma, amount, then comma, string, monthly. Cool, now we want to use elif. So type elif salary equal 1000 colon. Make the amount variable equals to 500 here and print a string you are eligible to get a bank loan with a higher monthly price, comma, variable amount, comma, string monthly. Else, colon, print string sorry you are not eligible. After that, try that on terminal. As you see here, we get an error. Do you know why? Because else doesn't need to be indent. Try that again. Oh, we get another error, which is double T in input. It should be one T only, not double T. After that, try that on terminal again. Alright, so there's another error, which is in the variable salary. So make the spelling right. Very cool, now it works great. So now enjoy your program. Testing multiple elif expressions. Testing multiple elif expressions. If we need to test multiple conditions in your code, we can use if and elif expressions as many as we need to do in our comparisons. There is no actual limits to use if-elif else statements. Let's see how. So first go to brackets and we will make a full program to use if-elif else statements. Okay, this program checks for discounts and the interest price is $120. Create a variable called price and assign it with $120. And another variable called times is just to know how many times did you go to the zoo before. And assign it with int. Int means integer and it takes only whole numbers as we said before. Then parenthesis input. Input means to let the user insert any integer. So now type if times equal 3 colon and price equals 120 minus 30. Then print a string your total included discount will be, comma, variable price. It says here if times equal 3, which means if the user went to the zoo 3 times, discount will be $30. That's why we used 100 minus 30. Now we use elif times equal 4 colon. Price will be 120 minus 50. Same thing, we use elif times equal 5 colon. Price equals 120 minus 60. Another elif times greater than or equals 6 colon. Price equals 120 minus 70. Else colon, print a string of your total price is, comma, price, comma, another string, and you are not eligible for discount at this time. Okay, now try your program on terminal. How many times did you go to this zoo before? For example, one time. I'm not eligible because it's less than 3 times. As you see here, if you visit 6 times or more, your discounts will be only $70. Enjoy your program and try to play with the code. Thank you for watching.